humiliating, painful. Like, people wouldn't even want to shake my hand after the cut.
Everyone sees the penthouses, everyone sees the nice restaurants, the nice gyms, the nice cars. But dude, no one talks about the bugs in the apartment for years, the hundreds of cold calls, the getting scraps of people coming into the shop.
Needing guidance. Grew up without my dad, so I was always like searching for a mentor in life. And I was like, I'm supposed to be a millionaire. I'm supposed to my life's gonna be a movie one day. Like, it's not gonna be nothing like my surroundings. I always wanted to make money. Like, that's the difference. Like, some people have that shame or guilt about that desire. I was like, dude, no.
All right, guys, I have my client Joel here. He just completed his 4 months, and I just wanted to connect with him, see how everything's going, and let him tell you his story as well. So what's up, Joel? I'm happy to have you here.
What's up, brother? Happy to be here, bro.
Yeah, man. Cool. So, dude, tell me about yourself. Like, tell these viewers, about you, who you are, what you do, and a little piece of Joel.
No doubt, no doubt. So I'm Joel Thompson Coach on Instagram. I was Jay Faded when I was a barber. And before that, I was just some kid in Ohio, just like Boris, who had big dreams and didn't like my surroundings. And I was like, I'm supposed to be a millionaire. I'm supposed to my life's going to be a movie one day. Like, it's not going to be nothing like my surroundings. And I had no idea how to do that, and barbering, something I stumbled upon. I was like a young entrepreneur. I was trying all kind of stuff. Used to mow grass when I was a little kid. I used to make wallets out of duct tape by watching YouTube videos. And I sold them for $5. First time I ever made $100 in a day was from duct tape wallets. So I just been working with my hands, and needing guidance. Grew up without my dad, so I was always searching for a mentor in life, And now I'm blessed because I have a mentor in every area of my life. Boris is my business coach. I got a boxing coach. I got a dating coach. I got a fitness coach, So I'm getting what I always needed when I was a kid. And one of our guys that we work with or mentored has this quote about becoming the man you always needed and giving that to the world. So that's what I'm living now. I finally achieved that. I always needed when I was a kid, this situation I'm in now. So,
man, that's crazy. You've come a long way, man.
Thank you, bro.
It's good. It's good to see. And that's the crazy thing is, bro, you're in a penthouse in Miami. I'm in a penthouse in Costa Rica. We both are from Ohio.
Russian.
And we both I used to do the same thing. I used to mow grass for people trying to just earn $20 here and there. It's crazy, man.
Hustlers. You're never going to stop us,
No, entrepreneurship is in our blood. I remember days when kids are out there playing on the streets. We're out here mowing lawns, freaking sweating out here.
Yeah. I always wanted to make money. That's the difference. Some people have that shame or guilt about that desire. I was like, dude, no. It's because I didn't have it though, I guess. Maybe if I grew up with things being cool and all good, then maybe I wouldn't have been as strong. But I don't know. My veins have always been boiling. I've always been ambitious, willing to put in the work, willing to apply. I just needed the blueprint, basically, from young kid to now. But yeah.
100%. And dude, like you said, we're always ready and looking for guidance and always hustling. Dude, super well said. We're always trying to figure this thing out, and we're never content. I think that's one thing that it never dude, we'll never be broke because there's always we're always trying something new, always hustling. I freaking love it, man. It's in our blood.
No doubt.
100%, man. So cool. You got into coaching. Obviously, you tried fitness coaching, and then you pivoted to barber coaching. What was that experience like?
Yeah. Well, to take you back a step before that, I moved from Ohio to California at 20 and absolutely murked it in the barber industry. No one had brought the energy to the barber industry like I did. I was the best barber, but I built the brand the best. I learned this one thing that I've been holding back for a while, and I want to be more transparent and sharing what worked for me. And it's this one thing that was my secret, basically, to building my brand, to becoming the 20K a month barber. Before I could even step into fitness or business coaching, I first had to do it. And I realize now, as I reflect so much, the reason why I haven't been transparent is because when you're in it, you're you're not really aware of what makes you tick or what makes you so different. And the thing is, different is better than better, you always say. And that I became the best known, is what you always say. I became the best known barber. I wasn't the best barber, but every time you search the hashtag LA barber, I dominated it. They'd be 100 videos on the Instagram Explore page. And if you scroll through, you just see me doing like wave treatments, doing like shear work. And I'm just top of mind. So most barbers aren't aware that getting a better fade isn't going to help them. They think that's the key. Like, I just got to become a great barber and like somehow I'll just get discovered and make more money. No, bro. You'll be like the dude who no one knows in the back of the shop 10 years later, still charging 30, but bragging about how like, you know, you're the best. But to answer your question though, bro.
Yeah.
After I did that, I kind of lost passion for barber industry and realized that the other areas of my life were what really fueled my growth in the barber game. So the fitness, the business, and all that, or the personal growth. And then I went on that route of like trying to teach that. And somewhere along the way, I kind of lost touch with those people who were following me along the way. And I realized they actually just wanted to learn. Like, hey, bro, it's cool you're doing boxing and you're getting shredded and all that, but I want to make my first 6 figures as a barber, bro. Like, I want to learn how you cut celebrities and got 100K followers on the gram, like organically. How did you do all that? And I'm like, oh. Like, I looked back and I'm like, damn, I haven't really like contributed all that I could to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like left them behind for a minute. So then I got with Boris and he's like, yeah, bro, let's help these people. So that's what we've been doing.
No, that's killer. And I like that what you said was like, oh, you lost the passion for it. And it's not so losing passion. It's more so you mastered the game. Like you like us as ambitious people, the same thing happened with me in my content agency, bro. As soon as I hit a certain level, I'm like, what's next? The same with you, bro. So it's like, no, that's crazy though. So you made that pivot. And so, dude, can you explain for like the other barbers watching this or anyone else watching this, like what it was like? You had to learn that skill set before you pivoted into coaching. What was that grind like? How long did it take you to blow up your following? What was it like to actually build the skills?
100%, bro. I remember sitting in the barbershop and there's a few guys who are booming every day, 60-yard cuts, doing like 10 cuts a day. So they're making like 10K months. I didn't do the math in my head, but I knew like these guys are making money, you know? And they're like a year older than me. We're all like close to the same age, but I'm over here with the least respect in the shop. Everybody kind of knows like this kid's a hustler, but we don't know if he's going to make it because his skills aren't up to par and he's so new. I convinced the owner to be an apprentice. So how that happened was when I moved to California, the owner of the shop thought I was coming to visit and like check it out. And he showed me around. He looked at my Instagram. He's like, "Oh, what do you rate your skills on the scale of 1 to 10?" And I wasn't going to lie. I was like, bro, I'm probably like a 5, but I'm a fast learner. Like I will figure this game out. And he like respected it that I was just putting myself out there. I gave him an elevator pitch that I learned from like a Ty Lopez course, like the 67 steps I took. And like, he was all about how to get mentors, right? So I applied that and it worked. And we're sitting down. He's like, well, great, man. Like, that was a good impression. Like, let me know when you're coming back out here and we'll see what we can do. And I was like, huh? What do you mean, like, coming back out here? Like I moved here. Like, I'm here. Like, this is it. And he's like, oh, he thought I was visiting to test it out. No, I had bought a one-way ticket, like, from Ohio to California.
All in.
And so that's when he was like, damn, like, you'll start next week. Like, this will be your chair. There was one chair left in the shop, and I just knew if I don't go get it, someone else will. And it was, like, the best shop. So once I got there, it was the humbling experience of, like, I got a lot more work to do. Now that I'm here, these guys are 10 times better than me, more experienced. They can speak better. They can cut better, more professional. So I was kind of worried. It's okay. It's all right. See. Yes. And I was like, looking at all the barbers who are making all this money, and I'm like, damn, I'm taking walk-ins. I don't have a brand. They don't respect me or like discover me through my Instagram page. They discover me through the barbershop, right? So I can never raise my prices because they're only coming to me because of my price, not because I've built something for me yet. So it was a grind in the beginning that lasted for years, bro. I was stuck at $35 a haircut, making $5K a month for 18 months. I could tell you that was the most like humiliating, painful. Like, people wouldn't even want to shake my hand after the cut. It's just like, you haven't gave anything yet to the world, bro. Like, you haven't become anything. So I was kind of riding off the shop's name and not realizing that I needed to improve. I was blaming the clients. Like, I guess he just wasn't my client because people would never come back. Every time I got someone, my client retention was so bad, bro. But in my mind, where my flawed thinking was, is that I was always giving myself a cop out. Like, he wasn't a good fit. That dude wasn't a good fit. That's why he didn't come back. So I finally humbled myself, looked in the mirror, and I'm like, oh, I got to face the fact that if I'm not making the money I want to make, it's probably because I haven't become like a valuable individual yet. My business isn't that valuable. So that took me a whole year, bro. I was riding a bike to the shop. I was in like a bad part of town, like bugs in the apartment, like crazy roommates. I could get into all that, but it was like paying the dues.
I love that you mentioned this, bro, because everyone sees your life now. I watched your life now. Everyone sees the penthouses. Everyone sees the nice restaurants, the nice gyms, the nice cars. But dude, no one talks about the bugs in the apartment for years, the hundreds of cold calls, the getting scraps of people coming into the shop, and you're like the last guy left, and that's why you got the haircut. No one talks about the hard days, and they're not just a month, 2 months. It's years. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about it too, where you said like you came close to burnout many times, and then you're glad you never gave up. That's it.
And that's the game, dude. Everyone gives up, and so it's like, I do want to touch on something here. I think we live in like a generation of like everyone wants everything so fast, bro. Amazon Prime, fast food, everything's fast, and like they give up before they even see any results. Like, look at your life now; it's incredible, but you would have had that if you didn't like go all in. Like everything backtracks, bro. Like your energy, all in, your authenticity when you went to the shop. You're like, dude, I'm a 5. Being able to recognize that there's room for improvement. Like people think get so to their head in business in this game that they're like, I'm a beast. I can't learn anything from anyone. And you were like humble. I'm ready to learn from the best. And that's what got you here. And I freaking love to see that, man. It's crazy.
Thank you, bro. 100%. Yes, that's what it was. When I got to LA, just to fast forward in the story, so I got there at age 20. Spent 2 years in Sacramento. That was kind of like my apprenticeship, learning the game, right? Being humble, showing up every day. And I took everything I learned and I said, bro, I've reached my cap here in Sacramento. Like, I want to go play in the big leagues. LA is where, like, you either make it or break it, right? And it's exactly what happened to me, bro. I got to LA 2019, September 8th, the end of the year. And for the first 6 months, it was a grind from 0 to, like, just a few cuts a day. Like, it was a brand new shop. Nobody was in there, but it was, like, in a good location. And the same thing happened. There's, like, guys sitting around, like, why is there no clients? And, bro, that energy is, like, contagious. So I had to, like, go take a walk and, like, say affirmations on a lunch break just to, like, keep my energy high. But even then, bro, I'm still eating, like, a Chipotle burrito for lunch or, like, a banana and some peanut butter sandwich for breakfast. Like, it was still a grind. And what changed everything was I posted videos during that 6 months every single day regardless, like, on my Instagram. And if I didn't have a client, I would ask somebody to cut their hair for free and say, bro, all I need is just a video of your haircut. Like, if you don't mind me doing that and me posting it, then you get a free cut today. This is the shop. It's a really nice shop. Like, we usually charge $60. You get it for free. I would do whatever it took, bro. And like I said, I was like eating like dirt for the first 6 months. And then the following year, so for the first like year of LA, I went from 60 a cut to 200 a cut. Like, I don't know if that's ever been done. I don't know if, like, I haven't seen a barber who had a story like mine. And I have, like, numbers to prove it. You know, it's been track record. It's been, if you go back and peep all the posts, like, I went from 60 to 200. I was making $6K. And then within a year, as a barber, I was making $28,000 from haircuts, like, just haircuts. And that changed my life completely. I went from, like, relying on the shop to, like, oh, now I can go anywhere. I could do anything. I was getting $1,000 for a haircut. I was having, like, celebrities DMing me, bro. Like, I'm in the hills. Like, I found you on Instagram. Like, I need a cut, bro. What do you charge? I know I book every day. I'm like, dude, most barbers will never experience this in their life. Like, this abundance.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. You became the best. You still are in that game. And so what celebrities hit you up? Like, what was that like when the first celebrity ever hit you up?
First celebrity was a guy named Ronnie J. He's actually out here in Miami now, but he's worked with, like, Kanye West. He's like one of the biggest producers. If you remember the Eminem and MGK beef that went on, he produced both of those beats. But anyway, yeah, he's a stud, and he actually referred me to another guy during the pandemic, and, like, I was able to work with them throughout the whole thing which basically propelled that growth because like most barbers are stagnant and like taking time off during that time. But I was just getting started. It like ramped up. So after that, bro, Gucci Mane. I got a phone call from another big barber named Vic Blends. Have you seen that guy? He's like the viral TikTok speech barber.
No.
If you see him, anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, he called me. He's like, "Yo, Jay, what are you doing right now?" He's like 1 million followers. And I knew him before that. So we had a relationship. I'm like, I'm just, at the shop cutting. And he's like, bro, I got Posykalyuk and Gucci Mane. They need a haircut right now. And I'm like, what? All right, say no more. Stop what I was doing. My stuff was ready, bro. I stayed ready. So within 20 minutes, I'm already at the location. And yeah, I meet Gucci. I shake Gucci Mane's hand, and like they're patting me down. They take my phone. They check my bags to make sure I have a gun. Like there's security. Like I had to get a pat down for a haircut. I thought that was crazy. But yeah, I've cut some big names, all the big NBA guys. But believe it or not, the $200K a year, that came from civilians, like regular people.
Yeah, like you went from 0 to 20K a month, and you were cutting normal people. So it's like possible for every single barber. They don't need celebrities. It's normal people. You just figure out how to get them to your shop and want your cuts, right?
Exactly. Like people will budget the same way people will budget Louis Vuitton when they can't really afford it. They do the same with a haircut. Like they want that status, bro. They want like a $40 barber could try to convince a guy who has a budget for $200, but he still wants the $200 cut. He wants the detail. He wants to know that his cut is flawless. He cares about his image, and you might get him like once or twice to come to your shop, but once he experiences that you're a Honda or a Toyota, he doesn't even want that. He won't even settle for a Lexus. He wants a VIP premium service. Certain people have like issues with their hair, and that's a man's biggest insecurity. Like he wants to get that girl. He wants the confidence. So the second biggest thing I was holding back, I feel like, on my journey that helped me so much is that I would give people a feeling, not the haircut. Like they would leave feeling confident, feeling like undeniable, unstoppable. Like, man, my guy Jay faded, bro. You're just different, man. Like they would always, my energy, like I said, no one brought the energy I brought. So I transferred that to them.
Man, that's crazy. And I can feel that too. Your clients get that with your coaching. Like I feel your energy, bro. That's freaking awesome. So you scaled your business. You got into rooms with big people. You took your brand to over 100,000 followers, and then you pivoted into coaching. What made you be like, I'm ready to show people what I did versus be in the game now?
Well, I'm an offering. I've always known that. Like my whole barber journey, I attracted a ton of followers, but most of them are barbers. Like my whole following is organic. And out of those 130,000, however many IG followers, probably like 70K of them are like barbers from all over the world who are just like watching my journey. And I realized, like, looking back, I didn't really contribute any applicable, tangible blueprint. I kind of held it back. And that's really everybody's purpose, is to share what worked for them. Like this craft, I can't deny it. It changed my life. I was that kid in Ohio. Now I can live financially free, how I want to. And if it wasn't for that, I would probably still be in Ohio. I don't know where I would be. If I would have went to college or something, I was like being forced to take a route in life I didn't want to go. So I was holding it in, bro. And that just died inside of me, like ate me alive. Like I know I'm supposed to be helping these people, but I keep using my own monetary gain and just building my own business. When I see people DMing me every day, yo, bro, I got a question. Do you do coaching? Like, yo, bro, how do you get your videos? How do you edit your videos? How do you set up your lighting? Like, do you have a videographer? How are you doing that? No, it's just me. What? Like, do I need a camera? No, just an iPhone. What? How? Like, so I'm like, dang, it's simple, bro. Like, let me just teach you. And that's about the time when I started doing the fitness coaching, came across you. And Boris is someone who is like a savage person. That's what attracted me most to you, was like, this dude's on it. Like he's pushing himself. And you have all the systems, right? So I was a great barber. When it came to building a coaching business, there was like a lot I knew I needed to learn, bro. So that's kind of where like that journey began. And then like how you helped me implement everything.
100%, man. So, dude, let's talk about ads, and let's talk about like, I don't know if you want to throw numbers out there, but what'd you contract in like 4 months? Like, all right, 4 months of working together, you were like head down, grinding, became a savage on sales calls, just out of nowhere, like elevated yourself to like a 3.0 Joel. And so, like, what was that like? Like, just taking it from, I don't know, it was like zero or a minimal point to like point A to point B. What was that like?
Yeah. I mean, bro, the coaching journey has been fulfilling. Just today, I sat on this balcony and looked at the Stripe account, and I'm like, dang, bro. Well, it was right after I talked to the VA, and I'm like, wow.
All right, so you're standing there on your balcony in your penthouse in Miami,
Yeah.
checking your Stripe account.
Yeah.
You're like, life's good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. So I was on the balcony. I'm grateful because I'm like everything I made in barbering, I'm passing that now. And I thought that wasn't possible. Like I didn't even think that was possible back then. So then I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it again in a brand new business within a few months of starting it. Like in barbering, that took me years. I was a barber since I was like 15. So you're telling me I can start an online business and scale it that fast, like 10 times faster? Yeah, that's kind of the realization I had this morning. And then hiring the VA in the Philippines who's working for $4 an hour. And I'm like, wow, I'm like going to help this person. Like she's helping for an opportunity. Like that's really cool. So now I'm seeing that it's way bigger than me and have opportunities to pay people, to help my mom. Like it's fucking awesome. Like I can help people. I can do way more than I could if I was just trying to scale just my barber business. So I'm helping not only these people, but the guys in my program to do the same thing. Like I'm not gatekeeping, bro. Like I want them to build their next thing, right? But they need to be the best barber first. So yeah, bro, it's very fulfilling. Like there's probably nothing better.
That's crazy. Yeah, dude, I'm with you. Like when I see Stripe invoices, I'm like, damn, this is cool. But when I see my clients post wins in the chat, dude, no better feeling. And you know that. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Man, that's crazy. So you went from like zero to how many clients right now are you at?
We have 30 clients, about half group and half one-on-one. And let me see. Yeah, that's the number. Probably fit like half and half right on the pipe.
Dude, that's crazy. Okay. And so you took a coaching business from about like zero to what, 20K plus MRR in just 4 months? That's nuts.
Yep. Without a blueprint, I don't know what I'd be doing. I'd probably be hustling, wearing all the hats,
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Well, congrats on that. Cause that's like, I've been watching your journey for a minute now, but like you made this pivot, dude, mentally. Like next year's better be the best year of your life, but it's not just like, it's not about you. Like you keep going back to, it's not about me anymore. Like I'm helping this VA, I help her family out. I'm helping out all these barbers, 30 barbers now in your life that look up to you. And then like it's like simple little things that your energy is like infectious. Like the maid, look how polite you are to like the maid in your crib right there. Like your VA, your team members, your people you're around. Like, dude, that's gonna get you so far because like everyone wants to be around that kind of person. Like it's wild.
Yeah, bro. I'm using that same skill I had in barbering in this coaching, like transferring this positive energy. That's my gift. Everybody should know like what their gifts are, and that's definitely one of mine. Is that like I grew up with a negative experience in my childhood, and it just made me extremely positive, like optimistic, like delusionally optimistic. Like it was my only way out to like think of the future. It's gonna be better. It's gonna be better. And now so it's like okay, let's actually live that. But yeah, bro, I'm very excited like to actually be a coach. Like I had this mental shift where I'm like, dang, I have a lot of people relying on me, and like this is kind of a lot of pressure. They're expecting me to help them. Like, well, am I ready for that? Like just being transparent, to start as a coach, there was a shift I needed to make of like, I'm ready for this. Like I can do this. And I realized I was being very selfish. That was a very selfish minded way of thinking about it. Am I good enough to help these guys? No, bro. They obviously like believe in you to help to see into the promised land. Yeah. Who knows it better than you? You're like the only person who actually did this, who lived it, not theorized it. You're a practitioner. Get out of your own head and help these people. Like serve them. Like now I wake up and I'm like, dude, whatever it takes, I'm going to get these new clients I got to their goal. Most of them just want to get 8K. I can show somebody how to get to 8K a year or 8K a month, right? And so every day I wake up and I'm like excited now because if I get them to post every day, I know that's the one thing, a viral video on Instagram with the correct script. I show them how to script it, and I get to do enough views. If I can incentivize them to do that, I know they're going to hit the results. So I'm like, all right, the same way I would motivate people to book a haircut with me, now I'm just trying to convince these barbers to believe in themselves that they can go viral. And the biggest shift was like, dude, it's not about you. Like, I got to help these guys, you know? And so it's actually, it shifted from being like a weight on my shoulder to like, I'm fired up, bro. Like, I love it.
Blessing. Yeah. That's crazy, bro. Yeah. And that's the big thing, wanting to actually help people versus just like collecting. Because like we all see coaches, we all see those business owners that are like more concerned with Stripe invoices and payments than actually making an impact. And they all fail within 6 months to a year. But we're about to crush this game, man. And so,
is that your secret too, bro? Because since the beginning until now, like you've been persistent with follow-ups with like, hey, bro, did you get this done? Where you at with this? It seems like you're the same way. Like,
I care. You have to care, and that's the thing. It's more fulfilling to me when I'm like, I see you and I hear your client, like this client interview video. Like, I'm watching you and like, dude, you took a coaching business from 0 to 20K MRR, and it's consistent, predictable money coming in, and you're happy and you're fulfilled. Like, I could sleep so much better at night knowing that, and so that does fuel me as well, bro. That's crazy. Yeah,
you're gonna sleep like a baby next year. Then let's go.
Exactly. I check my order ring every single night. It's better and better sleep. I'm like, let's go. Bro, dude, that's crazy. I'm glad we had you on this call. Dude, what would you say to anyone that wants to get into the coaching game and wants to run ads? Like, what would you say to end off this call? What would you say that anyone's scared of running ads or like investing into their brand? Like, what would you say to them?
Bro, this is awesome. This reality is awesome. I get to wake up and do what I love to do, what I'm called to do, way bigger than business. I'm not the biggest fan of business, so I need to handle business so that I can focus on my purpose. And in the beginning, because I didn't know this blueprint, social growth funnel, I was, you could say, a slave to it, right? Like, I had to do all that stuff, and it left me less time to do the coaching, the actual, like, creating modules, pushing my clients, right? Getting on Zoom calls. I even like jumping on discovery calls, like learning about people's business now. I'd rather do all that than I would like the tedious tasks and everything. So this is awesome, bro. Like, I'm living my purpose. It's like I had to do that first though. Like, I would, if I didn't apply the blueprint, as simple as like setting up the automations, like, so when they book a call, there's emails sent to them. I don't have to do all that. When they, if we're jumping on a Zoom, the assistant handles all that. Like, all these things that are tedious tasks, bro. Like, those were eating me up. Like, my day would be gone. At the end of the day, I'm like burnt out. I for sure would be burnt out at the end of this 4 months versus how I feel now, which is like,
yeah, man. And not only that, but like these ads, the ads we're running and we teach and all that, you have consistent, 1 or 2 or 3 sales calls a day?
Yeah. Last week I took like 10. So
it's crazy.
Yeah, about 2 or 3 a day.
Yeah, that's guys, that's crazy. And so if you're sending cold DMs, you're stuck in that organic grind, like, you need ads. And so that's crazy, dude. Well, I appreciate you hopping on. Is there anything else you want to say to like people watching this? If they're a barber, coach, agency owner, anything, like, is there any last piece of advice you want to give them?
Man, I think that the moral of this call is it's bigger than us. And it's easy to get caught up in the ego of like, I'm a man. I thought I was the man as a barber. So if you're a barber, you think you're the man, bro, look in the mirror and realize you ain't really did nothing yet. Like, that's great. You mastered a craft, but that craft isn't your purpose. I could say that with full conviction because for years I thought it was for me. And then I felt empty once I hit the highest point. Cut all the celebs I thought I could cut, made all the income I thought I could make, got all the clout, and that was empty, bro. Like, I still felt empty. Like, oh, why? Because I'm called to help people. And behind this barber chair, I'm helping one person with a haircut that grows back in 2 weeks. There's got to be more. Bro, that ate me alive. There's got to be more. Dang, I'm making $1,000 a day as a barber. This is awesome. But there's got to be more. And I can't teach someone that lesson. They're going to have to learn it from themselves. But anybody who wants to be a coach, yeah, that's the next mindset shift, right? It's like, don't do the mundane small tasks every day. do the big high level impactful things. So at the end of your life, you're like, wow, I made that impact. I just don't want to have any regrets, bro. And I'm willing to trade my money. Like Alex Hormozy says, people will trade two things, whichever one they value the least, either their time or their money. And I value my time more than my money. So, bro, I'll pay more. I'll be delusional about my growth. If it means that I got to give up a certain amount of cash, I'll go broke, bro. Like just truth be told, it was a stretch. Every time I bought a coach or I paid for a coach, it was not really like responsible most of the time.
Yeah.
But I believe in me. Not even I believe in me. I don't like the word believe. I know all will be well. Like I'm going to be taken care of because I'm listening to like my calling now. It's not like an ego decision to like buy a watch right now. I don't know if I'll be all right if I buy a watch this year, but I bought coaches this year. I know I'm going to be straight.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all. I like that, bro. I like that. You're living to your calling and like just, dude, I'm excited to see what happens in 2024 to your coaching business, to see the impact you create, bro. I'm excited. Yeah, man, I'm excited to see you and meet you in person. I'm hosting an event in Miami and
move the pickleball course so I can prepare, bro.
Bro, I'm trying to see which villa, because that one's like, yeah, we'll figure it out, bro. But I can't wait to meet you in person and just keep growing together, bro. But thanks for hopping on, dude. I appreciate you and your feedback and your story and being vulnerable.
Anybody from Ohio, they should be inspired by this. Like, do not think that just because you grew up in a small town, you know, that you can't do something great.
100%, dude. 100%. Cool, man. Well, I'm going to end it off right here. Let's keep crushing it. Hit me up if you ever need me. And big things are coming, dude. Big things are coming.
That's right.
Awesome, man. Thanks, Joel. I appreciate your time, man.
Thanks, bro.